acid like 20 minutes before we started. And then like after an hour after I took it, I just started to fall asleep. It just hit me hard.
Yeah, that's why we gotta stop. Because I was trying to go through everything as fast as I could.
Yeah, no, I was nodding off, and I was like, why am I falling? Because sometimes it takes like 2 hours.
Eric said he'll join just via text because he got a party sprung on him.
He's got a what?
A party sprung on him.
Oh, all right.
But he said he'll listen in and say through text.
Okay.
I am live.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
I was just doing what I usually do before we start.
Oh, it was just Joe Rogan, so it's okay.
Why did Eric leave the server?
Eating SpaghettiOs is my dream. Eating Wendy's in a stream. These are things I think about. I'm stuck in my chair 'cause I got fucking gout.
Eric, you can just go ahead and message in the voice channel
That
as you
was
did.
my most best amazing song ever.
We haven't. We just are starting.
SpaghettiOs and Wendy's give you gout.
If you can't tell.
That is the best improvised song I've ever made in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, we should make that a short and put that on your channel. Be like, call it SpaghettiOs and Wendy's. Oh, well, at least it's being recorded, so we'll have that on the internet forever. It'll be great. Oh, yeah, what are we doing?
Hello and welcome to Derv Derp and Friends Reviews. I'm Derv Derp.
I am Ski Nerd.
And we have Eric in the text chat. He is busy with family stuff, but he is listening in. And that's what's up on the screen.
Family stuff. That's code for I'm on the toilet shitting my pants.
Today we're reviewing The Boys Season 4 finale.
Yay! It was very, very fucked up as usual, but there was a more serious twist to it, which made it really good. Um, was it the best of the series? No.
It's
Was it the
better
best
than
of the
Season
season?
3, yes.
Was it the best of the season?
I'd say so.
I think there was like one that was better. Probably the Tech Knight one. I like that one a lot. Has a lot of whole fucked uppery.
This more progressed the story
Yeah.
a lot more
Well,
than that did.
that it only progressed the story only because it was a finale, and at the end they had the Gen V kids in there, which was cool to see. And you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about them. They think Homelander's this great, amazing hero when he's not. Welcome to fascism, children. All right, so I always forget how the episode starts off. That is like the most important thing. Like, who was it? Homelander, like being depressed. Was it the Deep? Was it Butcher?
That is
Um,
lies, by the way.
what?
Eric said Homelander dies.
Oh, he does.
Or is it?
Well, obviously I didn't just watch the finale, so how the fuck would I know? Um, I do kind of. We just watched it, but I do kind of forget how it started. But unless
Uh,
Eric knows, I think it
no.
starts with the boys. But I forgot. Fuck off. Um, I
I think it either started with uh, Huey and Starlight or Butcher in the hospital.
feel like it was Butcher in the hospital. He was like, um, he was just like, oh no, I have the cancer. Um,
Super cancer.
Well, I think that's when that was when like Ryan came in because there was like a huge cut when they started
Yep.
playing for Connect Four and when they started playing it again. So that was probably the opening scene where like Butcher's like, hey, I don't want to like force the kid, which is the right move to do, especially because you want to use him as a weapon to be Homelander, but he has to make that decision for himself. Um, if he doesn't make that decision, he's going to go down the route of, oh my god, you're keeping me in a cage. You used me as a weapon, which is what happened.
That
Because,
is to be seen so far.
yeah. Well, I know that's for next season, but that's what, what's her name? Mallory?
Yeah.
That's what Mallory does.
Or
She's just,
Grace.
oh, Grace.
Grace Mallory is her name.
Okay. Uh, so Grace, she doesn't understand that,
Uh, hasn't been shown much this season, but she is the boys' handler in the CIA, like their boss.
yep. Anyways, she doesn't understand that Ryan is a child and Ryan doesn't wasn't emotionally involved that in seeing Homelander in a threat. So like at the end of the towards the end of the episode, he's like, "Oh my God, you're trying to keep me in a cage, just like the dad. Oh my God, you're trying to keep me. You're trying to make me into a weapon, just like Homelander was." And he's and then Homelander is teaching him like, this is what happened to me. I don't want this to happen to you. Therefore, we need to we're superior. Blah blah blah. That all comes into fruition. So when Grace comes and says, "Oh well, Homelander did all these terrible things, like he killed all the people on the plane."
By the way, this spans the whole episode. It's not just all one big scene.
Yeah, this is like kind of towards the end of the episode, but it's not the main point of the entire episode and the season. Um, but the everybody died in the flight. Um, Homelander's mom was
Raping Becca.
what?
Raping Becca.
Yep, Homelander's mom was raped.
No, Ryan's mom.
Oh right, Ryan's mom was raped, and what was the other one? He like
Homelander is a
oh
test tube baby.
he ordered the assassination of the president or whatever. I think that's what it was.
President elect.
Yeah. And from her perspective, she's just like, well, I've dealt with all these things, and we're trying to, and my two grandchildren were killed by him, so I have a vengeance against him, and this is all. And then she's just like, no, I can't. Oh, and then she didn't want Ryan to leave the facility, into a facility where they could take him and try to turn him into a weapon, basically, which is why Butcher was like, no, don't do that. Like, I want him to make that decision for himself. It's the two, like, different philosophies. It's the, um, the cycle of death kind of thing. I get revenge on this person, and it's gonna be better. Like trust me, it's gonna be better after we kill your dad, who you look up to. Well, Ryan has to make that decision for himself, and Grace forces that decision on him, which is what Butcher doesn't want to do. But because of that decision, because of Grace's decision to do that, Ryan pushes her against the wall, kills her, and now Billy loses Ryan as that option, and so he has no choice but to go to Monkey.
And
He's just a kid. He'll figure it out by himself.
I know Eric and I discussed this earlier today. Um, we think possibly also at that point where he's staring at Mallory's body, Butcher actually died, and Monkey just fully takes over. Because he starts healing the next time you see him. He looks like he did before he had cancer.
Oh. Okay.
So we think Butcher died at that point.
Yeah, I was looking for the red in his eyes, and I didn't see it, but I didn't think of it at the time. But yeah, that's...
Yeah, we think he died at that point when it just started kind of zooming in on Monkey, and he just nodded.
And the cancer took over at that point. Well, I think because when he had a chance, when he had Ryan as his one chance, then Butcher was still there. But as soon as Ryan leaves, and he's like
he gave up.
Yeah, he loses all hope. So yeah, that's cool. I didn't notice that. That was a good catch.
So and that brings us to the first unofficial because it wasn't necessarily said death.
It's unofficial death. We don't know. It could be some tomfoolery fuckery because he has the V in him.
Because throughout the whole episode, we have two official deaths and two unofficial deaths, and Butcher is one of the unofficial.
Okay. All right. Then we go to the scene with Huey and Starlight, where Huey's watching the elections, and then Starlight comes out, but we know Starlight is actually the imposter.
The shifter.
The shifter, yep. And she's like, I have this blue dress on. She tells a story about her grandfather walking in and proposing when he went...
Before being shipped out to fight in World War II.
Yep. And so she proposes to him, and then he's like, no, wait, I'm going to propose at the same time as you. And then they both propose. Then they puts the ring on the finger, and she puts a couple fingers up his butt.
And it's also at that point where you kind of can start seeing a little bit of realization hitting Huey that something's wrong.
Yeah, just seeing if he was good and she's gone for sure. He's technically, yeah.
And she leaves to get, and they have cheap ass wine or cheap ass liquor.
Oh, yeah, with the Kirkland wine. No, she goes to get
no, they have cheap ass.
Yeah, she goes to get the good shit. She's like, I need to get the good shit to celebrate. But she actually goes back to the real...
I played the GIF.
She goes back to the real Starlight to, touch her to revamp her powers because her skin starts peeling, or its skin starts peeling because we don't know if it's boy or girl. Um, but
She doesn't. It sounds like by the conversation, they don't even know what they originally were.
yeah, um, and one of its powers is it gets the
Yep.
memories of the person.
And can read their thoughts when she's touching.
Yeah, and it gets uh, a generalization of uh, what the person is thinking and feeling, but all it is memories. There's no emotion going with that. So um, later on, when there's a fight later, but we'll get to it when we get to that. So we'll talk about it then. So yeah, so she takes that and she's like, haha, you're stuck here. You have to eat this lad cakes or something. I forget what it was.
It
It
it was
seems
like
like
yeah,
crackers and dip or something like that. And she's like,
lean lad meals,
"Oh, lean land meals.
which I
Okay,
think that was just
It's Dunkaroos.
a play on the Tech Knight's uh, sidekick, that the latex guy,
Oh,
because his name
was
was
that him?
Ladio, and I think
Oh,
on the box it showed him.
okay. Um, yeah, Dunkaroos, and she said something about, oh, don't eat too many of these. You'll get what do they call that? You pee out the pebbles.
Uh, Not gallstones.
So kidney
Yeah.
stones. Yeah, kidney stones. She's like, oh yeah, they're the size of gumballs or something like that. Don't eat too many of them. Anyways, uh, so then something. What else happens? Okay, so there's that, and then there's an assassination attempt on the president. The president
Dakota Bob.
Dakota Bob, the president elect, and so they have to go into a bunker, and once you know it, Starlight comes with them,
Or before that,
or the fake Starlight comes with them, I should say.
before that,
Yeah, I'm forgetting something.
Mother's Milk calls Huey. That's when they realize all the
Oh,
files have been erased.
yeah, that's right. All the files have
Or
been
and
erased.
we forgot also the during a news broadcast, Homelander called Newman out as a soup.
That's right. That's the big spot. Yeah, they're gonna go on, and then Homelander's like freaking out. He was also freaking out. Oh, because he was looking at through his kid's homework and it was all a mess. And he went to put a book in his bag and he found a picture of
Butcher and Becca.
his mom, Butcher, and a dog. And
Terror, as we met him in season 2.
yeah, and so Butcher calls in what's the kid's name again?
Ryan.
Ryan, and everything's like destroyed in the room. And he's like, Ryan, come here. Who the, why the fuck do you have this in your bag? And he's like, come here, that's an order. And Ryan just like runs off basically, and he's super pissed. And then he goes on live TV and he's like having like PTSD about that. He's like super like zoned in and super mad. And then they start the broadcast with Firecracker, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Victoria Newman, she's a superhero," and because that is announced, because now his sister Sage is out of the picture because they're stupid dumbasses. Um, uh, that triggers uh, Mother's Milk to say, "Hey Huey, we gotta release all the goods on Victoria Newland now," and because that was the deal, like if she revealed to be a superhero, then they would release all the dirt they have on her. but all the dirt is erased because the infiltrator or the shapeshifter or whatever it's called.
Just call her the chameleon.
Yeah, okay, the chameleon. The chameleon um, erased it all in the last episode. So now there's nothing, and so now they have to go into secret protection with the president, and they're there to protect them, and they're talking, and that's when Huey notices that his Starlight is sweating and says the exact same thing that the shapeshifter said, or the chameleon said,
In the
when they
last
were
episode.
when they were chasing after it.
And they found it in the closet.
Yeah, when they found it in the closet, and she's sweating, and she's like, and he's like, that's weird. He's like, he has this realization. Oh crap!
Her exact words are, "It's like a furnace in here."
Yeah, that's what it is. All right.
And that's when all the realization of all the stuff that has happened this episode was very off. Like the dress, the proposing, the wine.
All the fucking. A lot of fucking. Anyways.
20 times in 10 days,
Yeah.
at least.
No. He said it was less than 20 times. So at least 19. All right. What were we saying? Oh yeah. So he tries to talk to Mother's Milk and is like, stare forward, stare forward. Mother's Milk's like, the fuck are you talking about, Huey? And they start talking. Oh look, you got a ring on your finger. Haha, this is great. And then the chameleon notices them acting weird and starts attacking them. And all the red shirts go down one by one as the president is escaping. And in the scene prior to this, I'm saying a lot of us.
Or
What's her name? Not Torchlight, not Lamplighter.
Starlight?
Starlight. Thank you. God damn it, I can't think today. Starlight. Uh, basically she's shackled and she pulls herself out one hand at a time, and it's bleeding. So she's like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So she comes at the very end and saves the day and starts fighting her doppelganger, and they're fighting each other, and Starlight gets upper hand on the chameleon and starts strangling her in the sleeper hold, and says, I'm the bitch that's under your ass, or something like that. It was really weird. And I'm not what you say I am. Like she was being humiliated by the chameleon. Chameleon is like, I know exactly who you are. I know all your memories. Like, you think you're this good girl. Like, I know you gave a BJ to get into the 7. I know, like, what you've, like, all these dark thoughts that you have, and everybody thinks that they're the hero, but they're not really, and everything's justified, and all this crazy stuff, and
Which the BJ part was a huge nod to the comics, because she never actually goes along with the act in the show. In the comics, she, in order to get into the 7, she has to give every member of the 7 a blowjob.
yeah, but all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't just the Deep. It was like 3 of them. It was
Deep, Homelander, and Adrian. No, Black Noir.
Yeah, Black Noir. Yep. I was gonna say L.A. Noir. I was like, no, that's not right. Yeah. So all this stuff happened, and so she fights her. Kimiko comes back to life because Kimiko was
immortal. Pretty much.
Briefly killed. She was briefly killed. Her neck got twisted, so you're dead, but then you come back to life.
She's pretty much from Greek mythology Prometheus, which is a titan that continuously dies and then gets brought back.
Yeah.
Like it's his curse that he has to die over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Just like the Immortal in what's it called?
Invincible.
Invincible, yeah. Um, let's see what happens next. So the president escapes.
Before that, honestly, one of my favorite parts of that whole scene, we got, I'm blanking on the, the actor's name, but,
Oh,
Dakota Bob. We got him to say one of Bobby Singer's, or two of Bobby Singer's most well-known phrases from Supernatural. Idjit and balls. That made me really happy to finally hear him say that.
yeah. Um,
We hear him say balls twice.
that's good for all the Supernatural fans. Congratulations, guys. Um, let's see what happens. Oh,
We should cover the tower. Everything that went on in the tower.
yep. Uh, we'll do that. So
Before we get to.
so after the broadcast happens, um, they colossally kind of get into panic mode when I forget who was. I think it was Newman talking to him like if you declare she's talking to Homelander like if you declare war on half the country you'll have to put half the country into camps. And you thought of that, right? And Butcher's like, of course
Homelander.
I. What did I say?
Butcher.
Oh, Homelander. She talks to Homelander and says, you thought of that, right? And he's like, ha 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 ha. Of course I thought of that. Oh shit, I didn't think of that. And so they go back to the tower and they start having a meeting. And this is when there was like a little thing with not Firecracker. She starts coughing because of all the
She
medication.
started doing that during the broadcast.
Yep, and she continues to cough at the tower, and it's from the she explains it's from the medication so she can have milk from her breasts. And Homelander's annoyed by this, so he's like, "Go sit down further. You're coughing on me." So she sits in the next chair, and she's like, "No, further." And so she sits for even further away, and she's like devastated by this.
Rewatching it, because I watched it this morning and then again with you, I started thinking maybe it was kind of another form of the virus, just like a slower, or a virus that will also come into play.
No,
Because it just seemed like it was kind of.
It's heart palpitations.
It just seemed like it was kind of focusing a little too much on it. That's why. Like for it to just be, oh, it's just a cold.
Well, it was. I figured it was just a. She's sacrificing her health for Homelander, but he's punishing her for that. Anyways.
Then they start locking down the tower.
So they lock down the tower, and then they start a list of people who have the most dirt on them, mostly on Homelander, and Ashley has to gets the list together and gets it all down and gives it to Homelander, and then they kick her out of the meeting, and they start having the meeting. It's like, oh yeah, we gotta kill these. We gotta get rid of these people.
Mobilize all the soups.
Yep, get rid of them permanently.
And one of the funny part being, because Deep goes, shouldn't we also get rid of Ashley? And of course Homelander's like, yeah, get the fuck rid of her.
Yeah, because she has the most dirt on them.
And then
Ashley is listening in on this, and she immediately runs the fuck off.
But first, the Deep then goes, anybody knows Ashley's last name?
Yeah, that was good.
Which they've said it in the show. I just can't remember what it is.
I don't know what her name is. But and then Ashley runs the fuck off, and she runs into Homelander's room, and she gets the Compound V, and she injects herself with. She injects it into herself, and she starts transforming. But that's the last we see of her. And
that'd be the second unconfirmed, because we don't know what happened to her.
Yep.
She just basically starts
I
melting.
think sure, it looked like her face was like expanding a little bit, and then she keeled over, so we didn't get to see much. But she could be dead. She could be still alive with
Because
superpowers.
it has been proved that if you take V as an adult, the chances of you surviving are very low. They've said it multiple times.
Yep. And now that's the last we see of
And
Ashley.
that was the whole point with the Angel Grove. They were trying to make a V that worked on adults.
You mean in Gen V?
No, the Angel Grove from season 2, that
Oh,
hospital they
where
went
they
to.
have everyone
Yeah,
in
that was the whole purpose of that hospital. They were trying to f- make a version of V that adults can take.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's see what else happens.
I've done my research.
Yep, you have. Um, what happens next? Let's see. So Dakota Bob goes away. Oh, this whole time Frenchie is trying to make the
The
virus
virus.
from Kimiko's old leg, and the whole time MM is just yelling at Frenchie. You need to go faster. You need to go faster. You need to go faster. You need to go faster.
Eric said she definitely survived. It would fit her character too.
Yeah, I want her. I think she will survive as well. Um, let's see what the fuck happened next.
Uh, we can just finish the tower because there's just a little bit more.
Oh
A
yeah.
little later in the episode, we then see Firecracker, the Deep, and Black Noir going on a killing spree.
They're killing and killing, and then
Firecracker kills a random person, Deep kills a random person,
but
Black Noir kills Ashley.
yep, we're supposed to kill Ashley. You seen it? This is Ashley, and he gets a murder boner.
It's other Ashley.
Yep, it's Ashley's assistant, Ashley. And then Noir gets a murder boner, or the fake Noir does.
And then he goes, everybody's fucking name is Ashley.
Yeah, there are too many Ashleys. Um, what else the fuck happens?
Which the murder boner is confirmed with that. 'Cause it was mentioned 2 episodes ago.
Absolutely. Um,
Uh,
I'm trying to think what happens. Like,
he, Newman gets threatened by Homelander that
oh
he'll
yeah, yeah.
kill Zoe.
If you don't do what I say, like, because you're gonna be now that you're a soup, you're gonna be the new president after we kill the president, and you're gonna do what I say. And if you don't, I'm gonna take bits off your child.
And send it to you bit by bit.
Yeah. And so Newland calls Huey and
Who
says,
tries to back out, Eric? Then she gets
"No, no,
scared
she wants to back out."
yeah.
Yeah, Newland wants to back out because she calls Huey and tells him that, and he's like, "How can I trust you after all the shit you pulled, like against us?" Uh, but she says, "I'm trusting you with my daughter, so you have to trust me." Uh, and let's see what happens when it's is that when yeah is that when yeah that's when they have the deal. That's when the Ryan thing
Yep.
happens. Um, then Ryan runs away after
Killing
killing
Mallory.
Grace, and so he runs off, and uh, they're about to make the deal with Newland, and like this is how it's going to go down. Um, and not Homelander, Butcher walks in, and he's like, "There's not going to be any fucking deal." and it
He wants
reveals
it
as
in fully healed. Because before we
just
see him on death's door.
yep, and then he has like tentacles pouring out of him. Well, it was mentioned he was talking with Monkey like, who do you think got you out of
Ezekiel.
yeah, Ezekiel, out of that situation? It was me. Like, you let me take over, and that's how uh, you survived. So I guess there is, with Butcher, I guess there is he could still be alive. Maybe he didn't die. He just let Monkey take over because he wants to win. Because he lost all hope, I guess. Um, that could be a thing. You know, it's usually, when people get super angry, like, all bad ailments go away and they're hyper focused on this one task to do things. Um, that could be a thing, or Butcher could be dead. We don't know. It's good philosophy, or not philosophy, theory. Um, and so Victoria Newland is pulled apart, and she's now dead. And then it cuts to Homelander being super, super fucking depressed. Sitting in front of the TV, he's just like, I've lost. Um, the assassination attempt failed, and the president's still alive. Back out. L. Homelander? Yeah, he's up now. Yeah. Hold on. Other person is typing. Oh, never mind. Don't you hate it when that happens?
You're a tease, Eric.
Um, let's see. Oh, then there's news that Victoria Newland was killed and
Assassinated.
assassinated, and it cuts to a picture of Dakota Bob saying something, and he's like, "You should have killed her when we had the chance. We should have killed Newland when we had the chance, or
Or
whatever."
no, or yeah.
So I don't
Yep.
I don't remember when he said that.
It was dear, like right at the beginning when they get into the bunker and he's golfing.
Oh,
He
okay.
says it.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember him saying that because I wasn't paying attention, I
Then
guess.
it pretty much shows that the boys are now public enemy number one because they're being blamed for Butcher
Yeah, so,
killing Newman.
um, no, no, no. It's the Starlight people, essentially,
But
and
it shows their
those
pictures.
the boys of them
Yep.
are part of the Starlight, anti woke, or woke crowd. Uh, whatever labels they put on it, it's stupid anyways. Um, but you know, it's revealed. Then they show the video of the president saying that, and the president gets arrested. And then Sage comes and is like, "Hey, we're gonna celebrate. Yeah. So you know that thing about the president and vice president? Well, the vice president's dead, and they're blaming the president for that. So the person that's third is the chairperson on the Senate or whatever, and so he's number three, and he's now president, and he's allying with you, Homelander." And so she's like, "Yep," and I have him on the phone here for you. And he's like, "What?" But
I
and
fired you.
yeah, I fired you, and I threw you out like trash. She's just like, "Yeah, I just wanted,
She pretty
I don't
much
care."
planned it all.
Yeah, she's super smart, but I'm sure she planned for contingencies and stuff. Um, but actually, she got lucky with Victoria Nolan dying. Um, and anyways, um, so her plan happened. The plan happened, and he's oh yeah, Homelander is saying, but it seemed like this is the first time someone has actually stood by Homelander, like has done like something selfless for him, even though it was, trying to be the leader of the country. But she kept saying like, "Oh yeah, no, it was really fun. Yeah." And she just starts walking off, and just like, oh, I can't wait for the next one. He's like, next one. He's like, yep, just wait for phase 2. Like, remember, she's really super fucking smart. This this is just step 1. Step 1 is the easy and that was the easy part. Step 2 is going to be harder. It always is.
Then it cuts to Homelander having a speech about mobilizing all the troops.
Yep.
All the soups.
So the president is speaking, and the Homelander goes up. He's like, "Oh, excuse me, Mr. President." He's like, "Oh, okay," like a little bitch. Anyways, um, so Homelander's like, "Yeah, we need to get all the Starlight people. They're evil, and we need to arrest them and go after them. I have uh, we are recruiting all the superheroes um, to go after these traitors to our country." Um, and so.
And it cuts to all the members of the boys getting new identities and separating. Starlight and Huey together, Frenchie and Kimiko together, and MM all by himself. We think they're gonna get off all okay.
Yeah, so MM gets attacked by the
Love
penis guy.
sausage.
Love sausage.
Which made me really happy to see him again.
Yep, and then Huey and Starlight. There's some.
Cindy, who was in the Angel Grove hospital.
Oh, okay.
She is the one that was basically exploding everybody
Oh,
in the
yeah,
hospital.
yeah. And yeah, she did that, and so they got Huey, and then she's about to attack Starlight, but Starlight slowly starts getting her powers back, and she's actually able to fly away. This is the first time we actually see her fly like a professional. Which is pretty cool. And then the most important one was Kimiko and Frenchie.
Yep.
Um, they're gonna get on this boat, and Kimiko gets attacked by, I forget his name. Sam.
From Gen V.
From Gen V, and then Frenchie is about to attack the woman from Gen V, Kate, who has the manipulation powers, and she just speaks into his ear, and he just goes along with her, doesn't even fight. And that's when, and Sam is holding Kimiko down, and that's when we hear Kimiko speak for the first time, saying, "No, no," but in Kimiko's voice. Imagine me being Kimiko. No, no.
That was probably one of the best
cool
scenes in the episode.
Yeah.
Just finally seeing her talk.
Yeah, best scene of the season. Once he got Homelander's thing. That was pretty good.
Then it cuts to the credits. And halfway in, we get a mid-credits.
Do you mean the end credit? The end credits?
It was technically mid, because there's still credits afterwards.
Okay. I forget what happened.
The president brings Homelander to a secret facility.
Oh, right.
There it shows or he's like, I just found out about this. You're the first person I told you about. I figured you should know. And it shows a cryogenic chamber with Soldier Boy in it.
Yep, Soldier Boy, he's back. Well, we knew he didn't go away. We knew that they put him under again.
You want to gargle? You might want to gargle my ballsack.
Yep. And so that's where we find him, and that's how it ends. If we forgot anything, I don't think we forgot anything.
I think we covered.
We got it all.
So,
yeah. Oh, we got it all. That's right.
Predictions for season 5. I assume
everyone's gonna die.
I assume they'll probably put Huey and probably Frenchie and MM in the room with Marie and
Sam?
No, Marie and the other people from Gen V. and they'll try to find a way out, or Starlight will save them.
Yeah, Starlight's alive.
And the thing about Soldier Boy, we don't know what side he'll be on.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot. We have to mention one thing. Um, God damn it, Brain, son of a bitch, you son of a fucker.
Last
God damn
scene,
it, Brain.
last scene before the credits, it shows Butcher in a car driving
Oh yeah,
to an
Butcher.
unknown spot with the gun he took from Frenchie.
Yeah, the gun that had the
virus.
virus in it. That's what I was gonna talk about, and I totally forgot. And then I did it.
Sweet Jesus. Wrong show, Eric.
This is Gen V.
Oh, I thought that was from Sabrina.
Oh, I don't remember that guy. Who's that guy?
The metal guy, the Magneto guy.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
And he won't be in season 2 because his actor passed away a couple months ago.
What?
Yeah.
Well, fuck him. It's all his fault. I blame him for everything.
They basically said they're gonna.
Oh, they're gonna recast him.
No, basically either write out or
kill him off.
Yeah, I think they said they're just gonna kill him off. They aren't gonna write him off or just all of a sudden he isn't there. They're gonna probably kill him off.
Oh, here's another
They aren't
person with the exact same powers.
They aren't gonna recast him. They've said that.
Oh, okay.
Just as respect towards him.
Yeah. Alright, so that's our review. If you liked it, you can like,
subscribe,
and you can subscribe,
and become a member,
and you can comment and tell us. Oh, and donate. Yeah. And share. Oh, donate and share. And share this video with your friends.
And please, because
well, you probably won't, because you're a bunch of pussies.
I think started.
Yeah, you heard me. I said it. Sorry, go ahead.
I think started next week we're going to continue with our anime reviews, but we're going to start watching and reviewing a movie weekly until another big show comes out.
Yeah, Invincible will come out.
Invincible, Like a Dragon, that's high on my list. That comes out in October. And then we're gonna start movies next week. No idea what we're gonna watch. Please comment. Comment some ideas.
If you want. All 2 viewers should comment.
Our last Dresden episode actually has 24 views.
Any likes?
No, but we're still getting views.
Well, did they watch the whole thing or just?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And the last week's The Boys is over 30.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. We're 30 famous.
And yeah, like, subscribe, join us next week. We haven't decided when we're gonna do Dresden. Either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
Yeah, I love these. Remember how I said we need to work on our ending the videos?
And then give us an idea for a movie. Or we'll watch one of the crappiest movies we can find.
Don't have us watch bad movies, please. Please.
Bye.
I'll slaughter all your throats. if you